And yeah, we have so much to do. Maya.
Cody, I don't think we're going home.
Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand.
What's up, guys? We're back out here working on the camper today. We've gotten a lot done so far.
So
it looks so different in here, but we still have a lot of work to do. And we only have 3 days left to do it because our annual float trip that we go on with all of our friends every year.
Friends that Cody grew up with. We grew up in different states.
My friends from high school, but we have that coming up here in a couple days. So we have 3 days left to finish the camper, and we still have a wall missing. There's no cabinets in here, no seating, stuff everywhere.
But at the same time, we have gotten a lot done. So as you can see behind us, we've gotten the floor done. We put in majority of the walls. We still have one wall, like he said. And then all of the curtains. He took the big AC off.
Yeah, so if you're wondering why there's a 2x4 right here next to me, older Colemans had ABS plastic roofs on there, and they are notorious for warping and sagging in the middle, and the AC weighing too much and just kind of making it sag. And they delaminate over time, which means like the big plastic layer over top of it just starts to separate from the foam layer. We have all that going on right now, and the more I looked at it, the longer we had it popped up, like for days and days at a time, it just looked like it kept sagging worse and worse. So I decided, you know, we typically don't take our camper to like hookup type sites anyway. Like typically we boondock camp, which means we're, you know, just camping with batteries or power banks or whatever. So it's not like we're going to be using the giant AC on the roof, and it's causing a lot of roof issues. So I just went ahead and took it down. And right now what I have this here for is I made kind of like a little I-beam that's going from the floor up to the ceiling to help support the roof where it was, actually slowly pushing the roof back up and kind of making it retain its original shape. Through looking at, you know, a lot of people's advice that have gone through the same thing with their campers, a lot of people said they made these little I-beams to keep in here whenever the camper's closed to help support the roof. So I think I'm going to make one of those as well. And then over the winter we'll probably make that another project where we redo the roof, take the ABS layer off, we're going to coat it with a grizzly grip paint, and then we're going to make a bracing system for the inside basically, so that way we could put the AC back up if we want to, and it would keep the roof from ever sagging again. So, but that's a project for a different day.
Yeah, definitely don't have enough time for that in 3 days.
No.
But like you said, we're going to be touching on the cabinets today, installing this last side panel, and then we bought a bunch of fun things to like really give it some character. Lots of fun things in today's video. I'm very excited. I want the cabinets done so I can paint them. I only care about all the fun parts. Cody's all more of the
meat and bones, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. So let's do it.
Alright, so after playing Tetris for like 15 minutes, I finally got everything laid out on my plywood, so I guess now we're going to start cutting everything out, and then we'll start building some benches and some cabinets. All right, so now that everything's cut out, we just got to start putting it all back together. Luckily, it should go pretty simple because we're copying the exact same design that was already in it. So we're really just replacing some wood that had water damage. We're not really changing, you know, the layout of the cabinets or anything like that. Yes, I put my hand there, but these nails, oh, you can't even see them anymore. These nails are so tiny. They're like this big.
Show me how big again.
Like this big. And if you're wondering why I'm doing both, the nails are really cheap and they help hold the wood in place while I screw it in, so it just makes it a little easier. Looks like a cabinet. Obviously, we still got to screw it in and put all the doors and everything back on, but Summer's going to paint everything, so we're going to paint it all before we bring it in the camper.
Now that we have a good amount of stuff ready to be painted, I'm gonna go ahead and start painting, and Cody is gonna finish up the rest of the cabinet building process.
Well, it's pretty straightforward. This is the last cabinet that I'm completely rebuilding, like it's gonna be 100% brand new.
It's raining.
Yep, of course it is. Past that, we just have the benches, but the benches...
It's not focused on you, sorry. Oops.
Yeah, past that we have the benches, but the benches are just getting new end plates, and the rest of it is staying original, so... This is the hardest part. That'll be easy.
Yep.
But you can go ahead and paint those.
For everything that is this prefabbed, what is it called? Is it compress board? Is that what it's called?
I don't even know.
Is it?
It's like a fiber board, I think.
Yeah. It has kind of like this glossy texture to it. It's not real wood, or at least this part is. It's kind of like a, I don't know, like a...
It's like fiber board.
Yeah. Either way, normal paint won't stick to this, so I'm going to be using a Bullseye 123 primer. This is great for this type of material. I know because our bathroom cabinet was this kind of material. I couldn't get paint to stick, so I used this primer per reading online and haven't had a scratch since. So we're going to be using this for anything that's like this. And then for all of the natural wood that Cody just replaced, we can just go ahead straight in with the paint because this is a paint and primer. I don't want to risk it scratching, so that's why I'm going to primer first for something like this. But the natural wood should already be good to go. So let's get our primer first done, and then we'll go in with our paint. don't have any extra paint trays, so I'm gonna use some foil. Typically I single it, but since there's already wet paint in here, I really do not want it to come through. So I'm gonna double foil it, and is this the best way? Absolutely not, but it's better than going to the store, so it'll do.
Get out of the bush, Brennan. If I grab one, it will follow.
We had some pretty big storms come through last night, so we went like down to our trails to kind of look at the damage because we definitely heard some trees fall. There's a tree that fell.
Yeah. It is kind of like right in the middle of the path that we usually take, so that's unfortunate.
The house is right through there, so here's our path. And then this tree fell a couple weeks ago. Yeah, in the middle of the storm. It was actually one of our favorite trees. I don't know if y'all remember, but it like really curved out and hung down. I was actually gonna hang a tire swing from it, so good thing that I didn't, because it fell down.
Excuse my appearance. We just woke up and went on our little walk to go see everything, but everything has its first coat of paint on it. So we put it in the camper last night since we knew it was gonna rain, and I really love the way that the color looks with the floors and the walls and everything. So I'm excited to get the second coat on today and get everything installed. So that's what we're mostly gonna be focusing on. If you're keeping up with the fact that we have a time crunch here, we have, what is 2 days? Technically a day and a half.
I guess it depends what time you want to leave tomorrow.
Okay. We have a day and a half.
Hours.
Yeah, a day and a half,
Less,
a full
more.
day, depending on what we do. I know we have to get a Walmart pickup for groceries and stuff tomorrow. But
We still have to put another coat of paint on all the cabinets, still have to install all the cabinets, still have to put a wall in, still have to build a cabinet for the heater and the refrigerator. Still have to put the roof vent in. I don't know if I said that yet, but still waiting on Amazon for that.
Sorry, I thought there was a tick on my hand.
Have to fix a couple parts of canvas. I still have to fix some plastic, but I can't do any of that until we're done with everything else and start to put the camper away. So yeah, I got a big list.
Either way, inevitably, it's going to be a long and tedious day. And so before we do that, I think Cody and I are going to take the bikes out this morning. We haven't been able to go on a bike ride in quite a bit. We like going on bike rides, and Hey Bike sent us some bikes to review. So we're going to, despite all the craziness, take the bikes out this morning, get a little mini date in before we know that we are inevitably going to be working until 3 a.m. again tonight. So let's do that. But first, let's get ready because this is just not going to work for the day. It's laundry day. We have 0 clothes, so I look like Halloween threw up on me. I can't help it. This is all I had.
It'll be all right.
Everything else is dirty.
I started laundry.
We typically do all of our little bike date days at the Katy Trail, which is what, like 45 minutes from us?
About.
But because of all of the heavy rain and stuff, a lot of it is
It's all like gravel and dirt, so
so
it's pretty tore up right now.
and washed out. So instead, we're just gonna take them to the main road here at our house and just ride around a bit. It's really relaxing for us, helps us get in the right mental mind frame. So let's do it. Bike ride was definitely short, but much needed. Oh, do you see the hummingbird?
Yeah.
We like to try to do like some sort of walk, bike ride, just something to kind of refresh because so much has happened recently. So that was very nice, but we have so much work to do, so we better get started. However, Hey Bike is sponsoring this video, which we are very, very grateful for. So I filmed just a little clip that shows kind of all of the specs regarding their bike and all the information you guys need to know, so I'll throw that in here. Hey there friends, today we are trying out the new Ranger S e-bikes from Hey Bike.
Hey Bike knows that we love biking, so they sent these over for us to review.
The Ranger S is the perfect bike for anyone going tiny or maybe doesn't have a ton of space because it easily folds down, making it compact for small spaces.
And of course, let's talk power, because if you're going to get an e-bike, it usually means you want to go fast. It has a 750 watt motor and tops out at 28 miles an hour, which is higher than the industry average.
But it's not just about speed. The Ranger S is built to last. Its high-strength aluminum alloy frame ensures stability and security even on the toughest trails.
This baby can handle it all. All you need to do is add a rear rack, and the Ranger S is capable of hauling up to 150 pounds.
It has a step-through design, which makes it incredibly easy to get on and off of, and an adjustable seat, so you can fit the bike seat especially for you.
And of course, because we live in a world of endless technology, Hey Bike has an app offering everything from anti-theft protection to personalized ride settings and even ride stats. all controlled right from your phone, allowing you to customize your ride.
So there you have it, friends. The Ranger S from Hey Bike. Its power, durability, and tech-savvy features, it's the perfect companion for any adventurer.
To find out more information or to get your very own Ranger S, make sure you check the link in the description.
And thank you so much, Hey Bike, for sponsoring this video and sending these over for us to try. It's been fun, but we gotta get back to work.
All right, let's get this thing done.
Okay, Cody got all of the cabinets out of the camper so I could go ahead and give them a second coat. And then what are you working on? Spray painting all the accents and stuff?
Yeah, I got to spray paint some stuff. I still got to cut the wall for the other side. I have to make a cutout for the outdoor stove. I got a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, so if you like videos where there's a whole lot of work and not a whole lot of talking, then the rest of this video is probably going to be for you. I don't imagine we're going to have a lot to say. We just have a lot to do. So a lot of time lapses and yeah, time crunch. Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, while Cody takes you through his day with the GoPro and all of the things that he has to get done, I'm gonna take you through my day. So the first thing I need to do is paint all of these cabinets. We brought them inside because of the fact that we got so much rain last night. It's very, very humid out there, which is not a great combo when you're trying to get paint to dry quickly. So we brought them in. It's quite chilly, so I imagine I'm probably gonna have to put sweatpants and a jacket on in here. We always like to keep our house really cold, and my outfit is for working outside, not inside. So I need to clean up a little bit because painting in here, we are bound to get dog hair all over everything. It's inevitable, can't help it, it's whatever. So I'm gonna pick up a little bit, get to painting, and yeah, we have so much to do. Remember how I said earlier that we were on a time crunch? Well, the end of that time crunch quickly approached, and we weren't able to get as much done as we anticipated. There's definitely a ton more we need to finish in this camper, for instance the entire sink cabinet and stove cabinet, but the majority of Cody's friends were already down at the river, so we needed to pack up and get on the road. Cody's been going on the same river trip with his friends for over 12 years, and it's honestly our favorite trip of the year. We stay at Bass River Resort, and it's always a good time. Of course, like most trips Cody and I go on, I always intend to pull out the camera and take clips, but I find myself just living in the moment, so while I don't have a ton, I do have some. We floated 14 miles on Friday and 6 miles on Saturday, so to say the least, we were pretty beat. We always bring Maya with us because she's the only dog that loves water and loves people and gets along fairly with other dogs. By the second day, she was pretty tired and slept in the canoe for most of the day. Like I said, I didn't get a ton of clips, but I'll put in what I do have. So without further ado, here's our river trip.
I've said it many times, I know I would change my ways, I know for sure. When all the crows decide to meet, they settle down beneath my feet. I've got it right and I got it wrong, but I learned my lesson hanging on. Come sit here with me by the fire and let it go for a little while. So be here as the night starts falling. Let my fingers walk over your head. We got nothing to be scared of. I'd rather be with you than by myself. Now always in your hands. When I was young, I thought control would lead me to an ending road, and heavy metal seemed to be the only thing that was for me. And I saw the angels coming down, and they sang a song and sang it loud.
We had such a good time, but like all good things, they must come to an end. There was a huge storm that came through and the river basically flooded overnight. But luckily it was our last day of camping, so we just packed up a little early and headed home. There's still a ton that needs to be done on the camper, but we're so happy with the progress so far, and we're glad that we were able to use it on our trip. Well, that's it for this video, guys. See you in the next one.